They ran. The scream from the forest echoed for miles, ripping through branches, waking crows in their trees, stirring wolves from dens. The name Lira had pulled from the pool burned behind her eyes, ancient and alive. Mirellith. It was not a name meant for mortals. It curled in her mind like smoke and coiled around her soul like a promise of something terrible. Don't speak it aloud, Selim warned as they sprinted back toward the cottage. Not unless you intend to bind her. She knows I know it now, doesn't she? Lira asked, breath sharp. She felt it the moment it surfaced, he replied. She'll come for you now, not just to claim you, but to destroy you. You've become a threat. They reached the cottage just as the mist began to roll in. But this time, it wasn't natural. It bled through the trees, too thick, too fast. It whispered as it moved, thousands of voices, fragments of names, curses from the grave. The temperature dropped with every step it took. Selim barred the door. Lira lit every candle she had. She'll breach the walls, Selim said, grim. Only your voice can banish her now. I'm not ready, Lira said. I don't even know how. Selim took her hands. His were trembling now. You do. You've always felt the pull of the veil. You were born on its edge. You've heard the dead in your dreams. She looked up at him, eyes wide. But if I speak her name, if I banish her, won't you go too? His silence was the answer. Lira shook her head. No. There has to be another way. There isn't, Selim said gently. I'm part of the breach. If she falls, I fall with her. I won't lose you. He reached out and brushed a lock of hair from her face. You already lost me, Lira. I was gone long before I ever met you. The mist thickened, pressing against the windows like fingers on glass. I wanted more time, she whispered. I know, he said. So did I. Then the door burst open. Mirellith swept in with the wind, her form towering now, stretching unnaturally across the room like a storm with a face. Her eyes were empty voids. Her mouth split too wide. Lira stepped forward. I know your name. Mirellith screamed. The walls shook. Glass shattered. The fire died. You dare speak it, the spirit hissed. You claim power over me? I don't want power, Lira said. I want peace. Selim stood beside her, glowing faintly now, his form less solid than before, like he was already being pulled back into the forest. You are peace, Mirellith hissed, turning toward Selim. Until you broke the vow. Until you chose a mortal again. She reached toward him. Lira stepped between them and spoke the name aloud. Mirellith. The spirit flinched. Lira said it again, louder. Mirellith. The spirit screamed. Her form cracked. Light poured from the breaks. Selim met Lira's eyes. Finish it, he said. Lira choked back tears. If I do, you'll be gone. I was never yours to keep, he said. But I was yours to love. She took one step forward, voice breaking, and shouted. Mirellith, be gone. The spirit shattered like glass hit by lightning, scattered into 1,000 pieces of night. And with her, Selim vanished. Just disappeared. The cottage fell silent. The mist receded. And Lira stood alone. Days passed. The villagers of Elmsreach spoke of a storm that had never quite come, of winds that howled but never touched the earth. A few mentioned lights in the trees. Most said nothing. Lira said nothing, too. She returned to the shop, to the glass and the clay, but her hands no longer shaped with the same care. Every bowl came out wrong. Every sculpture leaned sideways. She no longer dreamed, only drifted, haunted by a name that burned behind her ribs like coals. Selim. He had not returned. She had waited at the edge of the woods each night, hoping to see that flash of silver, that quiet gaze. But the forest remained still. Even the birds were hesitant to sing. The veil, it seemed, had truly closed. One evening, she went back to the hollow tree. It stood unchanged. Silent. As if nothing had ever happened beneath it. But when she stepped inside, she found something left behind. A silver feather, like the gleam of moonlight on a blade, resting on a root where he had once stood. Lira knelt and picked it up. It was warm in her hand. She held it to her chest and wept. The next day, she buried it in the clearing beyond her cottage, beneath the alder tree that always bloomed early. She placed no marker. No stone. Only her hands in the dirt, whispering the name she had never dared speak in front of another soul. Selim. Years passed. Lira grew older. Her hair silvered like frost in winter. She never married. She never left Elmsreach. But children came to her door, drawn by something soft in her eyes, something listening in her silence. They called her the Whispering Woman. The woman who could hear the dead. They brought her names. She helped them say goodbye. And on the coldest nights, when the mist curled close to the windows and the forest groaned in the dark, she would stand outside with her cloak pulled tight and whisper into the wind. "I still remember you." And sometimes, only sometimes, the wind would answer.